celebration of Kwanzaa comes at a time of heightened hope and historic turning, not only for us as a people, but for this country and the world. There is a rightful and widespread sense that we are on the verge of new possibilities to repair and renew the world, to reorder our lives and priorities and engage in practices that promise new ways to relate to each other and the world. And there is also this companion sense, more developed than it has been for some time, that if we are ever to have a just, peaceful, and good society and world, we must respect each other, work together, and share the good and goods of the world in a just and equitable way. It is this model and moral stance of cooperatively creating, cultivating, harvesting, and sharing good in the world that grounds and shapes the vision, values, and practice of Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's ancient origins are indeed centered around the celebration and harvesting and sharing of good in the world. And this celebration is rooted in cooperative project of gathering together in harmony, planting the seeds and possibilities of good, cultivating them with required care and consideration, and patiently working to bring them to fruit, flower, and fulfillment. For we know there can be no harvest, and indeed no hope or sharing of good without the cooperative, mutually respectful work that makes possible and produces the good we all want and deserve. Kwanzaa is also created in the context of the Black freedom movement. And so it not only borrows from the ancient teachings around the harvesting of good and the sharing of that good, but it also stresses the cooperative nature and need of the struggle required to achieve a shared goal. It is a lesson of life, struggle, and teaching of Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Fannie Lou Hamer, Malcolm X, Martin King, Amilcar Cabral, Yaa Santawa, and countless other ancestors of heavy weight and worth in the world. So that there is no hope without struggle.
That's right.
A lot of people really believe that the election of Obama means the end of history.
Yeah.
And that there's nothing else we need to do. But that's not real.
No.
That's not real at all. What Obama's election represents is a distinguished and important mark in the long journey and unfinished fight to expand the realm of human freedom and flourishing in the world. It's an important marker, but it's not the end of history. Also, we must understand that it's Black people that brought him there through struggle.
That's right.
Those people that opened the way so that he could walk through. Those people that gave him spiritual and moral grounding. Yes. Dr. Reverend Jeremiah Wright and Trinity United Church of Christ.
Right.
People talk about white people elected Obama.
No.
That's not real. Only 43% of white people voted for Obama.
That's right.
Keep that in mind, because the European wants to pretend this shows political maturity on his part.
Please.
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? In fact, it becomes a way for them to use a moral mask to hide the continuing oppression they do in this country and the world.
That's right.
And what we must do is answer all this with continued struggle. And so I appreciate the achievement, but I do not believe it's the end of the struggle for a just and good society and a good and sustainable world. And we have this conversation in Kwanzaa, because sometimes people forget that Kwanzaa is born in struggle.
That's right.
And if you read the language and the discussion of each principle, it starts out with striving and struggling. From the beginning, umoja, unity, to strive for and maintain unity. That means an active striving. That means a struggle to be nice, to be kind, to understand, to respect. And don't you ever doubt it's not a struggle. People pretend it's not a struggle, but it is. And people be getting mad on the way home. So we are struggling. And as Capral said, the greatest struggle is a struggle against ourselves. And we add, what do we say? Against that in us, which is in contradiction to our value and the choice we made for a new life and a new way of being African and human in the world. Okay, we'll get back to Dr. Maulana Karenga, the founder and creator of the new religion of Kwanzaa. Okay, we're gonna explain to you some of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which are called in Swahili Nguzo Saba, and that's what the Dr. Maulana Karenga was talking about. He was explaining the 7 principles of Kwanzaa over in Detroit earlier this year in Detroit at conference he had in Detroit, a meeting with the community out in Detroit. Okay, we're going to try to get back to Dr. Maulana Karenga, and also we're going to explain, give you a little information about the 7 principles of Nguzo Saba. That's Kwanzaa, and Kwanzaa they say Habari Gane, which is equivalent to Assalamu Alaikum. I'm Hasson Rashid, and I welcome you to another episode of your Human Service News and Information. I'll be here with you for approximately 25 more minutes. So like I said, Habari Gane this time, not peace be unto you, not Assalamu Alaikum, okay? Because we're in the 3rd day, that's it, right? 3rd day of Kwanzaa, Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics. It represents cooperative economics. This is the 3rd day of Kwanzaa, and it runs until January 1st, the 7th day, which is Imani, faith. Okay, we're going to tell you a little bit more about that, but first I'd like to remind you that on January 12th, there's an open house right here at Cctv. This could be your year. Join us to learn how Cctv can help. That's Thursday, January 12th, 6:30 to 8 p.m., 438 Massachusetts Avenue, Central Square. Take a look behind the scenes of this award-winning community media center and local cable television station. Talk with staff about life at Cctv and television production opportunities that may interest you. Get your hands on our gear. Meet our citizen journalists. Enjoy some snacks, okay? So for additional information, you can call 617-661-6900 or visit our website. That's www.cctvcambridge.org, and learn about information, inquire about membership, joining CCTV if you're an individual or if you're an organization. They have both plans for you, okay? Membership plans, okay? Now more than ever, neighbormedia.org, 10 years of news, Cambridge news and views by you and your neighbors. Are you passionate about your community? Are you concerned about your rights and the rights of others? Are you concerned about social justice, the environment, housing development, education, or mainstream media? Let your voice be heard. Neighbor Media is the citizen journalism project of Cambridge Community Television. We train Cambridge residents to become multimedia reporters and support them in their pursuits to form, educate, and move the people of Cambridge into action on matters important to them. NeighborMedia.org reports Cambridge news and information you won't find elsewhere in the mainstream Boston area media. These are stories about the people, places, issues, and events of our reporters, our very own neighborhood, schools, community, and organization. Is all news with a perspective that only a Cambridge citizen journalist can give. You report, you get paid. Now members of Neighbor Media are able to get paid. That's right, a stipend. Now you can earn a small stipend for every CCTV approved article or video you contribute to neighbormedia.org. So join us at our free info session to learn more. That's Thursday, January 12th at the 6:30 p.m. CCTV, 438 Massachusetts Avenue in Central Square. So you can RSVP at 617-661-6900 or email Frank at cctvcambridge.org. Okay, I was
trying to find some celebrations of Kwanzaa right here in the Cambridge area, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find anything that reminded me or came near to a Kwanzaa celebration here in Cambridge. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a Kwanzaa celebration somewhere in the area, because I know there are people who follow Kwanzaa strictly in Cambridge, and I know wherever they are celebrating Kwanzaa. Okay, so but I did come up with this. That's the Page Academy Kwanzaa celebration. That's Thursday, December 29th. That's the fourth day of Kwanzaa. That's the 29th. Fourth day is Ujama. Okay, that's Ujama, the 29th. Okay, that's 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Suggested donations $40 per person. Ethnic attire optional. That's First Church of Roxbury, 10 Putnam Street, Roxbury, Massachusetts 02119. Drum, dance, live music, candlelight ceremony for the Naguzo Saba principal, food and drinks. So this is sponsored, I think, by the Boston Public Schools. Focus on children. For more information or to purchase tickets at www.paigeacademy.org or call 617-445-68. That's an 8969. Okay, that's the Page Academy Kwanzaa celebration. First Church of Roxbury, 10 Putnam Street. So that's all I have as far as local events and celebrations on Kwanzaa. But we're going to try to get back to Dr. Maulana Ron Karenga and his address earlier this year in Detroit, which in regards to Kwanzaa and the principles of Kwanzaa. Okay, right now, to say the 7 principles in Swahili. That's the language that Dr. Maulana Karenga adopted when he created Kwanzaa. He used the Swahili language of Eastern Africa. Okay, so in Swahili, Naguzo Saba is interpreted as the 7 principles. And here they are, Umoja, okay, which means in English unity. Kujichaga Lua, in English that's known as self-determination. And Ujama is the 3rd principle, collective work. The 4th principle, I go back to that 3rd principle again. That's Ujama, collective work and responsibility. The 4th principle is Ujama. It's spelled Ujamma, and the previous Ujama is spelled Ujima. Okay, this is cooperative economics. That's the 4th principle of Kwanzaa. The 5th principle is Naya, and that's a purpose. Okay, purpose. So the 6th principle is Kumba, that's creativity, and the 7th principle is Imani. That's faith. Okay, so once again, all you folks out there that in our viewer space and our audience out there watching this program, I wish you habari gani, okay? And that's in Swahili, which is equivalent to peace. Assalamu alaikum. And it's a cordial. It's a cordial. It's a welcoming or hello, equivalent to hello. Okay, in Swahili, but in Swahili it means much more than just hello. Okay, it's okay. Once again, I'm gonna run through these. First principles, Umoja. Second is Kujikaga Luai. The 3rd is Ujama, and the 4th is Ujama, and the 5th is Naya, and the 6th is Kumba, and the 7th is Imani. Okay, I'm Hasson Rashid, and this is your Human Service News and Information. We strayed off a bit because this is the last broadcast. The year has finally wounded down, and this is the last broadcast of the year for Human Service News and Information, and I strayed off, and I wanted to get this out to you, a little information about Kwanzaa, because that's what it is. It's Kwanzaa right after Christmas. It begins first day of Kwanzaa, and there's also a Jewish holiday. I can't get that name correct, but I know there's a Jewish holiday too. There's at this time of the year there's 3 or 4 different holidays that collides right together at the same time. Okay, once again, I like to go back to Dr. Malana Karenga, the author, creator, originator of our current religion of Kwanzaa.
We all sit here and we've chosen to be new Africans.
Now.
But how long does it last?
Good question.
At the end of the lecture, what will you choose to do? And how will you relate to each other in your daily life? It's nice to say I love humanity, because humanity is absent. It's not going to even bother with you. Rescue me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
It's your woman or your man, your children, your parents, your friends, your neighbors. That's how we know who you are, how you relate to them. So Kwanzaa marks a profound reorientation.
Now.
I want to say that again. Kwanzaa marks a profound reorientation of how we understand and assert ourselves in the world. In fact, one of the main reasons I created Kwanzaa was to reaffirm our rootedness in African culture. As I've always said, we had been lifted out of our own culture and history and made a footnote and forgotten casualty in Europe's history and culture. And as Amilcar Cabral said, our liberation struggle was to return to our history and our culture, to speak our own special cultural truth, we say in us, and to make our own unique contribution to the forward flow of human history. That's what we were supposed to do. And so Kwanzaa, well, so Kwanzaa marks, I repeat, Kwanzaa marks both a culture and political struggle to return to our own history and culture, to reaffirm our identity and dignity as African people, and to reaffirm our social justice tradition in and through transformative struggle for serious social change. Thus, we must not forget nor the obligation in the morality of remembrance and recommitment. There's a morality of remembrance and recommitment that is taught in Kwanzaa. It is a teaching of our foremother, Fanny Lou Hamer, who said there are two things we should all care about. Never to forget where we...
Okay, I just remembered that Jewish holiday. Sorry about forgetting. So all you out there who are just currently practicing in the Jewish faith, happy Hanukkah. I think that's what it is, Hanukkah. Okay, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah. And there's another one. There's, okay, Christmas just went by, okay? Before we close the year out, I'd like to just throw a little emphasis on hate crimes, okay? I want to remind you that, give you a little information on what a hate crime is and who does it, okay? And we're going to close the year out on that note, okay? The U.S. Department of Justice explained it best. The term hate crime is defined by various federal and state laws. In its broadest sense, the term refers to an attack on an individual or his or her property, vandalism, arson, assault, murder, in which the victim is intentionally selected because of his or her race, color, religion, national origin, gender, disability, or sexual orientation. Every year, thousands of Americans are victims of such hate crimes. Each one of these crimes has a ripple effect in our community. The plan and injustice of such crimes tear at the fabric of our democratic society, creating fear and tension that ultimately affects us all. So hate crimes is a very ugly thing. And but the thing is that I want to just send some information out there for you, so as if you ever witness a hate crime or you're a victim of a hate crime, you can get some attention on this, and you can get some help too. That's a Federal Bureau investigation, local, 201 Maple Street, Chelsea, Mass, and their telephone number is 857-386-2000. And then there's the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, McCann, Boston headquarters, 1 Ashburton Place, Suite 601, Boston, Mass. 021008. And their telephone number is 617-994-6000. And then there is the Massachusetts Attorney's General's Office, A.G. Maura Haley, 1 Ashburton Place, Suite 601. Their telephone number is 617-727-2220. And then there is the Middlesex District Attorney's Office of Middlesex District Attorney Marion Ryan, 15 Commonwealth Avenue, Woburn, Massachusetts. And their phone number is 781-897-8300. Suffolk District Attorney, Office of Suffolk District Attorney Dan Conley, 1 Bullfinch Place, Boston, Mass. Their telephone number, main telephone number is 619-4000. That's area code 617-619-4000. And finally, there's the Worcester District Attorney, Worcester County District Attorney Joseph Early's office. That's 225 Main Street, G-301. And they're at Worcester, Mass. Okay. Phone number is 508-755-8600. So if you ever witness or you're a victim of a hate crime, please contact those numbers for help, or you can call 999-911. Okay. Well, Happy New Year. That's the next thing I might wish you all a Happy New Year and good blessings for the upcoming year. I'm Hasson Rashid. You know, it's always excellent being here with you, and it's such a great achievement to come into your life like we do here at the Cctv Daily. So until next time, I leave you with the fact that you should always keep your nose clean, play straight, so that you can be successful. And don't forget to help someone also so you can be successful. Okay, next time we meet, it'll be New Year. So I'm gonna just lay back and wish you all Barigani, happy Kwanzaa, and close the broadcast out with the founder of the Kwanzaa movement. That's the Honorable Dr. Malana Karenga. Okay.
He came from and always praised the bridges that carried us over. And so we don't forget Malcolm, or Faneuil Heyman, or Messenger Muhammad, or Harriet Tubman, the Sojourner Truth, or Ella Baker, because we have a new light in the room.
Right.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
How people can begin to refocus and forget all that was done to bring us to this point. And I come to bear witness to those who walked and worked before me. And I know, as we have said so many times, that the struggle is a long and difficult one. And therefore, as Cabral said, we should mask no difficulties, tell no lies, and claim no easy victory. There is no easy victory here, black people.
No.
It's good to be out in front, but there's still work to do.
Yes.
And so the moment of history in which we live is not only hopeful, but also demanding and dangerous because of the life and death issues that confront and challenge us, and the awesome damage being done throughout the world. There is unfreedom in the world still. There's oppression in the world. There's injustice in the world. There's exploitation everywhere in the world. And we cannot pretend that that is over because of an election. And thus, there is an ongoing and urgent need to repair our damaged world, heal the gross and grievous injuries and human suffering, and free and empower the oppressed and disempowered peoples of the world, beginning with our own selves. This is clinically clear. Did you hear what I said? Clinically clear. And any honest assessment is evidenced by the ongoing genocide in Darfur.
Oh, yeah.
It's not over because of an election. The lingering catastrophe of Katrina.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget that on our way to Washington.
Whoa.
The centuries of suffering and the current cruel occupation in Haiti. The enormous destruction of life and resource theft in the Congo.
Yeah.
The brutal occupation of Palestine, Iraq, and Afghanistan. the social disruption and human destruction of globalization, the joblessness, poverty, ill health, hunger, homelessness in the world, the continuing spread of HIV/AIDS and other devastating diseases, sexual and labor enslavement, the continuous predation on women and children, and the progressive degradation and destruction of the environment.
Yes.
All that is not solved by an election.
No.
There is work to do, black people.
Yes, sir.
There are struggles to engage. There's progress to be imagined and pursued. And we are the ones responsible for that. We're the moral vanguard. Have you ever wondered why Obama was supported by that 43% white people?
Hey.
It looked like, and I'm not putting any other group down when I say this, right? But I have to say it.
Okay.
You know and I know